Hey guys, today I answer the question, how do I get rid of the hump on the back of my neck? The other day I had a female patient come in and she simply asked, Bo, I'm starting to develop a hump on the back of my neck. I don't know, number one, what it is, and number two, what I can do about it. You know, this lady sits and works at a desk most of her days, and she said, you know, the longer I work, the worse my upper back and neck pain is, and she started to notice this like a culmination of skin that's happening at the back of her neck. So I want to talk a little bit about, number one, what is this hump that's going on, and number two, what can you do about it? So the answer is that there's actually a medical term for this, and it's called dowager's hump. And what that is, I brought my little spine here, is that the back of the back here, this is called kyphosis. So there's a extreme kyphosis happening at the top of the thoracic spine. So we typically see how the person starts to go forward. Now, two things are happening. The first thing that's happening is, in addition to the upper back going forward, the head is leaning forward as well, and we're seeing a cutting off sensation of the upper body here. So what happens is the chest muscles become very tight, and the muscles in the back of her upper back here also become very irritated, and they ache, and that leads to an extreme kyphosis in the neck and a development of that excessive skin. And actually, they're talking about having fat pads in the back of their neck is what most people will come in and they'll talk about it. So a couple of things that we can do. The first thing is that we need to reverse that curvature. So the first thing I would instruct the patient to do is to make sure that they're stretching the front of their chest and they're stretching the muscles at the front of the neck. So to do that, I have the patient get in a door frame and put their arms up and simply lean forward. Matter of fact, you put your here and you lean forward. You're keeping your head and chest up, and we're leaning our bodies forward, getting a very, very good stretch that's happening in the front of the chest. The person can also manipulate and rub the front of the chest. Typically right underneath the collarbone region is where I tell them to kind of start rubbing and trying to loosen up those muscles. The second thing that they can do is that they can start getting the muscles in the front of the neck to loosen up. So simply by placing your hands underneath your chin and lifting up towards the ceiling and holding it for 15 to 30 seconds will help to loosen these guys up. Now, in addition to stretching the front of the chest and the neck out, what we need to do is to strengthen some of the muscles in the back of the neck, as well as strengthen the muscles in the upper back. So the first way to do that in the back of the neck is to place your hands, put your hands and the fingers behind your head and give yourself resistance and push back with your hand. Put your head, push back, back, back for 10 seconds and then relax. So press back 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, relax. You'll feel some muscles at the back of the neck start to engage, and that's exactly what we want to have happen. The second thing you can do is there's muscles that go in between your spine. So if this is your spine here, that sit on both sides of the spine here and here, and those muscles are called your rhomboids. So what I told her to do was to get her back against a wall. So put her back against a wall and then take her elbows and push back against the wall as hard as she can and hold that for 10 more seconds and then relax again. Again, push back and hold for 10 seconds and then relax. Last one, pushing back and holding for 10 seconds and then relax one more time. I had this patient do this series of exercises of stretches to the front and strengthening to the back for a period of about 2 months. I had her do it every other day for 2 months. And when we brought her back, she was telling me, Bo, I've noticed that hump is decreased, that my chest feels stretched out, my neck and upper back don't hurt nearly as much, and her posture is getting better. So I hope this helps to answer some of the questions for you guys. If you're experiencing pain in the upper back and neck, if you have what they call the dowager's hump, or you're starting to notice that there's accumulation of extra tissue up here, try these exercises out. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know how they work for you. And as always, I'm always here for you guys. Talk to you later.